Hello and welcome to Thought for February the 12th. Our readings are Exodus chapter 22, Psalms 75 and 76, and Mark chapter 8. And our thought is, do you not remember? The disciples of Jesus were in training, but they did not realize this. Do we? Jesus spoke in parables, and they, most of all, were expected to grow in their ability to sense their meaning and lesson. In today's chapter, in Mark chapter 8, they go in a boat to the other side of Galilee. But they had forgotten to take bread, and he cautioned them, saying, "Watch out, beware of the leaven of the Pharisees." Verses 14 and 15. They do not understand this meaning and begin discussing with one another the fact that they had no bread. We read in verse 16. Jesus reproves them for their lack of perception in spite of previous experiences. Do you not yet perceive or understand? Are your hearts hardened? Having eyes, do you not see? Having ears, do you not hear? And do you not remember? Verses 17 and 18. He then reminds them of the feeding of the 5,000, followed by the 4,000, to make the point that the lack of literal bread was not the problem. It was the leaven of the teaching and the attitudes of the Pharisees that they had to beware of and watch out for. What damage that would have caused if those attitudes developed in them. The spirit such attitudes produce destroy any chance of faith being able to grow. The Pharisees extolled in their position before men. Their glory was in their self-importance. The seed for this leaven to grow was in the hearts of the disciples. It was latent there, as we will see in the next chapter, when Jesus challenges them, for on the way they had argued with one another about who was the greatest. Chapter 9, verse 34. But today's chapter tells us that Jesus called to him the crowd with his disciples and said to them, "If anyone would come after me, let him deny himself and take up his cross and follow me." Verse 34. There is no intention to do any cross-bearing in the hearts of those full of self-importance. Making our faith evident to others in this ever more sinful world is one way we are likely to create for ourselves a cross or two to bear. Let us really mark Jesus' words, "Whoever is ashamed of me and of my words in this adulterous and sinful generation, of him or her will the Son of Man be ashamed when he comes in glory." Verse 38. Let us remember the down-to-earth lessons Jesus taught and become, if we are not already genuine disciples who listen to his words and perceive what he really means, and make them a part of our daily thinking and doing. Well, thank you once again for joining us for Thought for the Day, where together we can open up the pages of God's Word, knowing that Word to be a lamp to our feet and a light to our path.